like and subscribe to the channel, and listen to the full Road to Valon podcast episode on Spotify.
Hello and welcome back. I am here with my good friend Tracy.
I'm here with my delightful friend Amber.
Today, getting back into some book chapters with the Fires of Heaven. One of the things that stood out to me is the artwork that Elida has displayed. We have Rand's portrait, his
Sky battle.
fight in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have imagery of Bonwen, the Amerlin who was stilled and kept as a kitchen scullion due to her mishandling things during the Second War of the Dragon and Arthur Hawkwing's, the next war that came after that follows it. I forgot what it was called. Doesn't matter. But I love how narcissistic Elida is in bringing out these two pieces of artwork. One is a tapestry, one is, Rand's sketch or drawing, his mugshot. But it says so much about what Elida, how she wants to be seen.
Yeah.
She brings this portrait of Rand. You don't know if it's, like I said, kind of like a wanted sign or something that she's just trying to use as propaganda, where it's like, this is what we're up against. This is our mission. Be afraid. Be scared of this man who's coming to destroy everything. We have one role, and that's to capture him and make him, serve us. And then on the other hand, so we've got the Rand propaganda, or however you want to see it, I guess. Then we have the Bonwen or Bonwen, I'm not a stickler for pronunciation, artwork, which on the other hand is just delusional that she would hang that up there, because you could take it as two different meanings. One, it's kind of like, remember what the Blue Aja has done to us. Remember this feud that started thousands and thousands of years ago, but was reignited with the stilling and deposition of this Amerlin of the Red Aja, who was followed by a Blue Amerlin. Like, she's bringing in all of these just wild concepts. There's so much odd bravado there that she just believes that everyone's like, yep, that's the Amerlin, do what you gotta do. And nobody's thinking about this. I know the readers are supposed to think about this. Otherwise, Robert Jordan wouldn't have included it. But I love how these two items, and we've talked about how she's redecorated the Amerlin study, but just these two items in general say so much about who Elida is and how much forethought or lack of that she has. Because it really feels like she sees herself as this like wartime Amerlin, right? Like, get the troops ready. We've got things to do.
I mean, the last battle is on the way.
Right. The Dragon Reborn, he's here. We've got to take advantage of this and do things that are necessary. But at the same time, the way that she's doing it is very curious, specifically when she became Amerlin in a very nefarious way.
Right.
The entirety of the Blue Aja had left the tower. So the deposition that had happened to Swan Sanche, technically, like, if you had a good lawyer, you could technically say, it was a thing that we had to deal with quickly. We couldn't wait to summon everyone back to the tower.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you could say, like, no. Even if that were the case, you imprison someone and then you wait till everyone comes back so you can vote on it, because the rules about deposition are kind of vague. It has to be a majority. But from what I gather, there's no clause saying, well, if 60 people had left the tower and you're short that many people to vote, Like, it doesn't really give you what to do in that situation.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of a technicality that she's actually the Amerlin.
Yes.
But the fact that all this is happening and her putting this stuff on the wall feels like an even bigger neon sign to say, like, uh-oh, like, danger, danger. Like, things are really wrong here. Things are really, really bad. You should be mistrustful of this woman. And of course, the reader themselves knows that because we've been following along with the things that she's done and said. But for the characters, for just Nynaeve and Egwene talking about this and seeing this, it could be like a bigger red flag for them. But really, like, the main thing that they have to go on is, like, they know that Elaida is awful. And that's like the big fearful moment for them. Like, they're seeing things more at a face value.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how, like, all of these little things, all of these tiny little segments into the world of what Elaida is and how she responds to things, how she wants to be seen as strong and powerful. Just like it lays so much out for you. And I think it's one of the things that makes her just such a compelling and interesting character.
Yeah.
But someone who's she's so hateable that it's so fun.
Mm. Well, and I mean, there's even that glimpse of her where she like pops into Tel'aran'rhiod for just a moment, and it's before Nynaeve finds out that Elaida is Amyrlin, but Elida's dressed like in a red gown and the stole around her neck, and she's yelling about something, and then disappears, and Nynaeve is just like, oh my gosh, thank the light, that's not a reality, and then it is a reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really fun, and I love having this moment where it's just like, fear Elaida. She's the messiest. She is just I wouldn't call her a classic narcissist because I don't believe she's intelligent enough to be a really effective narcissist.
Ooh, that's a statement.
I mean,
I love it.
She's not really falling into the whole, like, dark triad of, like, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But again, like, it's what makes her kind of fun. I mean, you do have characters in the series who are, face value evil.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any real narcissists in this book. I'm trying to think.
I was thinking possibly Grendel. Ravine?
Ravine is a typical, like, gaslighter narcissist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ishamael, maybe. No, I take that back. I wouldn't say Ishamael. He's got an idea of how the world should be. I don't think he has, like, a thing for control where it makes him feel better about himself,
Yeah.
But Ravine, probably the closest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because Grendel, like, she's just living a life of luxury. I don't think that she's really
tiny tinge. But because I think mostly she's just like, at least she wants to appear mostly pleasure driven. And that doesn't necessarily mean she's a narcissist.
Right. And the fact that she kind of, like, memory wipes all of her people with compulsion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if Grendel was more of a narcissist, she wouldn't really need to rely on that. She would be more about manipulating and letting people know they've been manipulated.
Would that then include Lanfear?
Yeah. Yeah. She might be the most textbook of them all. Oh no.
Well, and I'm thinking about how she's even so attached to her image. In the book, she doesn't really completely change how she looks. She's still her.
Yeah, like Queen Catfish.
Yes,
she definitely has this absolute drive and need for admiration. Like, she's the only one that deserves special treatment. She's the unique one. again, I love the many different layers of characterisms between some of the Forsaken, but also just mostly characters like Elaida, where it's like we've got our bad guys and we know our bad guys are bad, but Elida's just she's on a different level, I feel like,
She
in
really
terms of
is.
entertainment and theatrics and general messiness.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up there. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. If you have any ideas, comments, criticisms, anything like that, let us know and we will see you back.